Hold on. I'm muted. I didn't know. Welcome to the Chop Shop. H-Town, what's up? No volume. I didn't check. My fault, y'all. I did check. I did check. I did. I'm so excited about the day I did check. But thank y'all so much. But welcome to the Chop Shop. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks. Chris Walker, we coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And wow. Women Rock Wednesday today. Let me tell y'all something. Yesterday, I don't know what happened yesterday. I mean, it's an epiphany came over me. I had to tell the truth. And I got so many phone calls. I didn't realize that people were taping what I was saying. See, everything, Jeremy, Jeremy, it was a unique day yesterday. We got to, man, we got to protect our kids. We got to protect ourselves. And I'm not trying to hurt nobody, because matter of fact, you know, it's just, we just got to do better, man. I'm watching, man. I mean, this kind of stuff to disappoint me when I see guys like this. When I read stuff like this, and the more I talk about it, it seems like the worse it gets. But I'm trying to go to my Twitter, and let me put him in here. Uh, Doug Jones, him and Jeffrey Day. It's just two guys that, man, the spirit. I just like the spirit, and I ain't saying they perfect, but there's two guys that I like the spirit. You don't have to like them, but he said something. He was talking about. He says been one weekend, and it's already a bunch of messy shit going on. That's why I stay out the way and focus on the task at hand. Hold up. Somebody calling me while I'm on my show, and they know I'm on my show. Let me tell you something. I don't like that. It's disrespectful. But when guys sit here and and when I see stuff like that, then Jeffrey Day, I got I didn't save it, but I should have saved it. But what are we doing, uh, ladies and gentlemen? Share the show. What are we doing? Instead of being messy and getting your ass off the show and sending parents some stuff that I say, why don't you do something about it? Whoever did it, y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna even put your business out there. Parent called a friend of mine and talking about said something about, I ain't mentioned, y'all notice I never mention people's names. And but a hit dog a holler, Jeremy. But when guys just come and say, I just out of the blue, because he talking about last weekend, and we talking about the icebreaker. And what he said, did I go down too far? I went down too far. I'm sorry, y'all. Cause y'all don't. Me and Twitter, and he said he said it's been just one weekend. It's already a bunch of messy stuff. I just got, I just got a phone call from some mess, and I can't wait to get off this show. I address my mess in person. I address the mess, but he said a whole lot of messy stuff going on. That's why I stay out the way, and focus on the task at hand. Then I go over here to Jeffrey Day. See, y'all, this is our community. That's why I look at stuff like this. Uh, he said these guys, man, do all of this stuff, and these the guys who really be working in the trenches. He said for him to have to tweet this, it was, he said, if you want me to film, if you want me to film up front without any payment, no, I ain't gonna work like that. I may be the best, uh, wait a minute, I may not be the best to some, but my work is A1. My film has been used on official sites more than anybody else. No back end payments over here. Know your worth. For this young man to have to print that in this community and put that on his Twitter, what are we doing? First of all, half of y'all ain't got to be, what y'all filming for? What you filming for? A bunch of ball beaters out there, just, you know. But I'm just sitting there. Why you don't want to pay this guy? You want to pay him on the back end, but he know his worth. Then he said, "I'm on some Joe Budden stuff." He said stuff. Right now, I've son all you out here, and you'll never be able to replicate it to the degree I do. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Oh, he talking stuff. I didn't know that. He said the standard is the standard. If you want Jeffrey today, ball so hard to come film, y'all just take care of the man. All right, okay, it's that good. But all you mess ass people, and I hope you're watching today. The one who sent that parent, I was talking about a kid with your stupid ass, sent the whole video so the woman can know I wasn't saying nothing about a baby. And I think I know who it is. But do me a favor. Text, tag, and tell somebody. This Women Rock wins. Women, I'm sorry. I had to do a little housekeeping. Because these folks, they so used to people not saying nothing. You didn't hear it from me. You heard it from me. But text, tag, do me a favor. Text, tag, and tell somebody to come on the Chop Shop right now. Text the last 5 people who text you. Let me know. Let them know that the Chop Shop is on right now. This is what I want you to do. Tell them that you only inviting them because you care about their well-being, their family, and their welfare. Expose. See, we got to expose the devil, y'all, and people will rise up and take care of the devil. Because you got to understand, the devil got disciples too. But see, when you clowns and when people take snippets out of it and send the parents trying to start discord, when all I'm doing is telling the truth. But check this out. All you people, you know who you are. Whoever sent that to their parent and had somebody just call me a second ago, and I can't wait. I can't wait to get off this phone at 2 o'clock. That's going to be my first call. But let me get back this. Somebody, hold on. I'm trying to see where they sent it. Somebody sent me a unique letter. A unique letter. Watch this. This is why I do what I do. I know I'm not muting. Let me know you're on the show. Text tag. Hello, Mr. Hatter. You can see it's a long note. Hello, Mr. Hatter. My name is blank, blank, blank. I'm blank and blank's father. I'm emailing you because you don't know how you just mentioned my son's name in an episode after they got defeated. When they were the underdogs and no one gave them a chance. You know My son heard all the negative talk about what other people were saying. About he's just big for nothing and he'll never be this and like his brother. But when you mention his name, it did wonders. So all you clowns and all you cowards, watch this. Watch this. Hold on. The words he said, they did wonders. Why can't y'all take the words? Why can y'all take the words and help somebody? Instead of being messy, like Doug said. This Women Rock Wednesday, Kevin Jones, I got to talk today. This man sit out to time. It's a long letter. I'm finna read it to you. I ain't got my glasses and I'm reading this one. Hold up. He said, but when I mentioned, he said, but when you mentioned my son's name, it did wonders. His work ethic went through the roof. And he didn't say much, but he wanted to believe somebody besides his mama and daddy. He became your number one fan. Y'all, this the man that said that. I don't even know what I said. I don't even know what I said. I don't. To this day. Let me keep reading. He said his work ethic went through the roof because somebody believed in him besides his mom. He became your number one fan. He worked his butt off, Mr. Hatter. And colleges started recognizing his potential. He received offers from so I ain't gonna call this. Bam, bam. That year was the last. And this happened back in. I just get this letter the other day, y'all. He said he always believed that he was going to beat it and get back on the field with his teammates. And I mean, he said, thanks, Mr. Hatter. I'm sorry I was so long, but my son, yo, this why I do what I do. This what put fuel in my battery and make me want to come up here every day when I don't feel like want to come on this show. I don't have an option. I have to be here. Because what if I wasn't here this day when this boy needed for me to hear what I said about him? And I don't remember what I said. I'm telling y'all right now, I don't even know who I'm talking about. But for this daddy to write that letter, it's unbelievable to me. It's just unbelievable, the impact. So when all of you got, I don't care what y'all think. This show is changing people's lives. That's why I asked you to share it. Not for me. You ain't doing it for me. You're doing it for young men like this. They need to hear from somebody else other than their mamas and daddies. Because y'all in this community, if you don't work him out, if you don't do this, he the sorriest player in the world. Oh, he ain't this. One minute you can call a person and talk about how great a kid is. If the kid don't come on your summer basketball team, he ain't this and he ain't this. His mom ain't this. His dad ain't this. He ain't this. What the hell is wrong with y'all? And it's been going on for years and years and nobody said nothing. Today it stops because I'm going to start exposing y'all's ass. Keep on the phone and call me. The first thing you talk about negative about a player. And then I tell you you're talking negative about a player. And you don't even realize. You do it so much you don't even realize you're talking negative about a player. I told y'all this groupie society of summer basketball is rampant. But back to this. Shout out to the Tiger fans, TSU Tiger fans. another great season. It's come to a close. Uh, we want to thank uh, all the people who supported them and the people who were given to the organization. I remember when we came back in after we had lost the Grambling, and our bus pulled up. I didn't tell y'all this the other day. Our bus pulled up, and you should have seen the parade of cars on Cleburne, on Cleburne, and pull right side of the bus, and people got out of their cars. They just loaded up the garage, and when them kids got off that bus, those TSU alumni, man, y'all got to be the greatest. I'm shouting y'all out. The Alumni Association. I promise you, it brought tears to my eyes. Y'all wasn't there for me. Y'all were there for them kids. I just sit there, because the bus was somber. The plane ride was somber. I mean, everybody, you got to understand, we used to winning that tournament. We could have won that tournament. So we get on that plane and fly back home. But the plane ride was quiet. The bus ride from the airport was quiet. And those great people took out their day, out of their time. The people probably work whatever they doing, took out their time. You know how I feel about how valuable time is. Have a parade of cars with streamers and everything, saluting our young men. And I'm proud to say I was a part of that. One of the best teams in America to me. And I'm not just talking about because the wins and loss records. Those are some great young men. And that's all I was trying to get y'all. If you had a chance to be able to go and support them and be around them, that was my thing is. And shout out to Grambling. They played at night at 5:40 on True TV. And I didn't even realize till the other day that Grambling had a 20 win season. It was 20 and 17, 20 and 14, something like that. And Eddie Lampkin plays the night right after that game. He played for Colorado. But shout out to those young men over there, man, on 3100 Cleburne. Battled through injury. And everybody got injured. It's a team that beat Virginia last night. Didn't have a 7 players. Wagner didn't have a 7 players. Everybody battles through them. Kansas don't have Kevin McCullough, All-American got U of H. Everybody battles through, but some people can withstand it more because some people got better players that coming off the bench. So it's shout out to them people, man. And it's Women Rock Wednesday. Jimmy, I'm gonna bring you in. I want to shout out to this young girl, this 5-star recruit named Morgan Price, who turned down several power conference programs to attend Fisk University. She's a gymnast, and let me see, she had a 9.9 out of 10 vault. Let me see. Let me show it to you. Right. She could have went anywhere in America, anywhere she wanted to go. She wanted to go to Fisk. She wanted to experience it. It made me think about Seth Towns, young man. How I met him. He played at Harvard, and he kept getting hurt, ladies and gentlemen. And people, these cruel ass, sorry ass people on social media, they were talking about he's 26 years old and all that. But I'm gonna give y'all a highlight. Let me give you some about this kid's life, man. He kept getting hurt, man. Did I put it on the screen? Did I? I got it somewhere. I got to put this on the screen. Did I think I sent it. How his career kept derailing. He kept getting injured. Let me make sure. No, I got to put this on the screen right now. Got to put this on the screen because I know. Um, I want y'all to see when these people be on. These people on social media. They just. I just don't understand. I really don't. I'll put on, but no no undetermined studies. You know how a lot of people have undetermined studies on their thing. Uh, 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 Congratulations to Seth Town, MEAC champion, transferred from Harvard. He also went from Harvard to Ohio State. He's now at Howard University, finishing up his doctorate degree. So after a while, y'all gonna be calling him Doctor Seth Towns. But hold on, I just want to share something with y'all because some of us can be very insensitive on social media sometimes. But I want to share this with y'all. Got to share this with you because this is so. Where is Seth? Oh, I don't want that. Hold up. I want this. Come on, Seth. Oh, there it is. I want y'all to look at this. Y'all look at this, ladies and gentlemen. When people are all insensitive and talking about him, right? That's the young man. He happened to play against my son, right? My son played at Cornell, so he played against him in the 2016 and the 2016 1 year, right? So he was a freshman at Harvard 2 years in a row. Then he got hurt. So he redshirted twice, right? Then one in the middle of one of them years, it's a COVID year somewhere in there, Jimmy. But he redshirted twice, as you can see. He went to Ohio State, got hurt again, redshirted again at Ohio State, and now he is. I wish my name wasn't in the way. I want y'all to be able to see that. And now he's at Harvard. So when people get to talk about what he got hurt 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row. And he couldn't perform. He was physically unable to perform. But now he's doctor. And he said some last night. I mean, after they lost the other day. Check this out.
I can say that it's a true honor to play for an HBCU. It's one of the more empowering experiences that I've ever had, and it goes so much deeper than basketball, than how we perform on the court. It shows up in the spirit that you see, in who we become as men. That's so much of why we had these breakthrough moments as a team. So much of why we look so deeply at ourselves in the mirror is because of how much it matters. Like how ingrained this has been, like, in our identity. And so we're playing for something that's so much bigger than us, and I think we all understand that. I can say that it's a true honor.
Blew me away, man. Blew me away. I got a chance to meet this young man. I'm just so, y'all don't understand. I'm just blessed to have the experience that I've had, and the life lessons I've had, so I can be able to empathize, not sympathize, empathize with this young man. I felt him. I felt his every word. He done been to. He done been to Harvard. He done played at Ohio State, and then he went to Howard. He could have picked any college to finish, but he wanted to go to Howard and Harvard because Tony Amaker, the black coach, brought him in like a father to him. Ohio State, I don't know about his experience at Ohio State, but then he came to Howard and Kenny Blakely, a guy who has been on this show. So it's just, man, see, that's why I said this basketball is a great thing. This basketball is a great tool. And that's why I would love for summer ball to be better. Because this what all of these guys, most guys, not all, in summer basketball, this is where they're trying to get. They're trying to be. I would love for another one, a kid from our community to become and say, Dr. So-and-so and Dr. So-and-so. Even if he had injuries, the kid y'all got to understand, if you never rehabbed before, You won't understand his plight. All you people who ain't never been hurt before, ain't never had to nurse no injuries, you'll never understand an athlete who his identity is he can't play no more. His guys are out there playing. He can't play. All the action he used to get, he ain't get. He hurt, and it messed with him. It messed with him. So I just wanted to shout that out to Seth Towns, TSU. Who else did I was talking about? TSU, Morgan Price. What else I do, Jimmy? Before and I got a public service announcement. Young men, women, young men and women. When y'all going to do these NIL deals, I'm finna tell you right now. Okay. You don't need no NIL agent to help you. You don't. You're paying them for nothing. Okay? You don't have to. You don't need them. Okay? I'm just helping you out. Find you somebody to just look over the deal, and you'll be out. You know, nothing against nobody else, but it's just these kids are not getting as much as y'all think they are. And people trying to charge them 20% of it. So just got a call, well, several calls about this. So just some public service announcement. You can do what you want to do, just in case. I wanted to share that with you. And Jimmy, you doing a bracket for NCAA? I used to do it when I was young. I don't do it no more. Yeah, are you doing brackets? You do a bracket? See, you like that kind of stuff. I just ain't did when I was younger. I did it. I don't do it no more because you know why, Jim? You know why I don't do it no more? Because I know so many people that's in it now. You know, I know the coaches. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of I had to bet against my dude. I mean, y'all gotta understand.
They don't know.
Huh? No, I
They
know.
don't know you pick.
No, but I know. Y'all gotta understand. I got a conscience, man. Some people just say, but you know what, Melvin Dudes, if you on there. Why don't you get one for the Chop Shop? Because Melvin Dudes did it one year. Make sure you put one for the Chop Shop. You know how to do that. Whoever know how to do that, go do one for
Well,
the
hell,
Chop Shop.
I mean, it starts.
Don't start till tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
start tomorrow.
Start tomorrow because we got to see what Grambling and them do tonight. Yeah, it start tomorrow.
2 teams played last night as well.
Yeah, they in already. But I mean, you know, that's the free. What you call it? That's the free space and bingo right there. These two. So it really don't start. You don't start filling out your bracket because you don't feel the first 4 in and all that. You don't feel it. You don't feel them out. You know. So tomorrow. So Melvin, dude, we got to do it now for the first game start tonight. Now, tomorrow we got to do it before the first game start. But no, that's all. But I got so much more, Jimmy. But I know you. We'll go back and forth with topics. If you got something, I got something. Whatever you But Jimmy, I had a unique day yesterday. Everybody calling me. I know you didn't hear it. Oh, they would call, dude. I got so many calls. I got Jimmy.
What they call
Jimmy,
you?
you had to repost some stuff about. I mean, it was just some stuff, Jimmy. It just got on my last nerve. We can't allow a wolf in the hen house. We can't allow predators to come in and prey on our young people. I remember the other day, you remember I called you because somebody gonna find. They didn't get my number. They you know, messaged me, and I called them back, and they wanted me to help them do an event, an unsigned senior event. Somebody from out of town, right? And got the yeah. I heard you was demanding it. You was demanding and all that and all that. I said, what? Wait a minute. I said, send me some information on your event. Send me the dates. So I know a lot of people say, man, I'm gonna help you do this, Jimmy. You know, there's some people like, okay, what you need? But I said, hold on. I said, when I got it, I sent it straight to Jimmy. I said, Jimmy, what is this? Jimmy said it's the same day on my day. I ain't gonna say what he said. He said this dude trying to do hit the same day on a date. I got something. So I called the dude and said, player, let me tell you something, man. Whoever gave you my number, how you got me? You got the wrong one. You from out of town, you can't come here and do nothing. You got to go and sign it. You know, I said, why didn't you tell me you already talked to Jimmy? I reached out to Jimmy. See, y'all, we got people will come in. All they need is somebody in Houston that said, okay. It ain't okay with me. You can't just come, because I know how Memphis is. You ain't coming to Memphis and doing nothing. So we got to stop letting outside people come in. I get a text. I get a text the other day, Jimmy, and I called you about it. I said, man, why is this people calling asking about this kid all the way in California? Somebody is in it, and we gonna find out. You know I'm working on it. You know I'm working on it. Yo, so when I found out it was a guy that was a pedophile in the midst, I had to mention it, Jimmy. I cannot sit up here and just say nothing. My son, that's why I never let my son spend the night on nobody's house. Everybody used to be, no, Mr. How do we got him? No. What time y'all go to sleep over there? I'm coming to get mine. He can't spend the night on nobody's house because I don't want to go to no penitentiary. They said, what you mean? Because if one of your dudes, they did anything, I'm going to jail because I'm going to blow his damn head off. I just told him like that. I said, so guess what? I don't play those games. You know I didn't do it with my daughter, but I didn't even do it with my son. And then we found out people, see, y'all don't understand. Some of y'all people in this summer basketball community, y'all paint yourself in positions of power. And you're in positions of power, you can get closer to these kids and get closer to these kids. The kids think they need you. These kids you're using your influence over these kids. That was the case was with R. Kelly. Because he was using his power over the young women. This was going on with your boy P. Diddy right now. He using his power and influence to do this stuff. So so when Jimmy and what I said, because people ask me the name, I'm not gonna give you a name. What I'm gonna do, I got 2 or 3 more information to give, 2 or 3 more pieces of information, because I don't want to be liable. I don't want to be slandering nobody. But all I wanted y'all to do is be careful in this community of who you letting your kids be around. Study their ass a little bit more. Okay, and that's what I did. So Jimmy, I went there yesterday, and boy, somebody, and people just said, man, thanks for saying it. Thanks for saying it. Thanks for saying it. Because a lot of people knew, but they didn't know. A lot of people tell me they knew, but they didn't know they were doing it with young men or young men. They thought the person had an alternative lifestyle, but they didn't think they were influencing young men. So I don't know everything about it, y'all. I'm serious. But if it's somebody in our midst that's doing that, we can't have that, man, because it'll mess these young kids up forever. And pedophile, that's against the law. And it's a sickness. And I'm not talking about, it's a sickness. If you go look up pedophilia and it's sick, because a grown man shouldn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? A grown woman shouldn't want to do that either. So it's a unique thing. It's just a unique thing, Jimmy. And Jimmy, me and you had talked about this after you went a little. Well, I shut up because you went some places I didn't go about the Arkansas situation. You remember we talked about the Arkansas situation. So it's we just got to shore up this community, and these are the things I'm talking about when I said we probably need to let it burn it down and build it back up, because it's just so, if the building is condemned, it's flattened, and we're building it back up now. College coaches gonna steal. We got Jimmy gonna give them the information. Jimmy, you killed me because a parent called me yesterday, and they finally understand. What is? Because somebody didn't understand what you meant by information, because they thought information mean how you evaluate, because valuation is information too. Evaluation is, I said, not that. He said he's not, I'm not out here talking about I'm an evaluator, but I supply guys information that helps them get pay raises. and when I kind of got to them a little bit, they kind of understood, because you got to understand, people, this is a unique dynamic, man. Some college basketball and scouting service and recruiting service. A lot of this stuff I didn't even know about. Because why? I didn't have to use it. You know, there's a lot of stuff. I didn't have to use no scouting service. I didn't have to use no security service. All I told this little boy in my house, dude, you get your lesson. You scored damn near perfect on them SATs. I know where me and you going. We ain't got to deal with that. But everybody's not in that situation. But thank you, Jimmy, for even supplying that intel for people over the years. You know, because some people, I mean, they don't understand, and they don't understand. I mean, and guess what? See what, Jimmy? Sometimes I think people get confused. You and I, we piss people off, okay? But that don't stop what we're doing to help people. I told him, it's better. It's good you it's pissed off. It's better than being pissed on. I ain't pissed on you. I might have pissed you off, but I didn't piss on you. You know, I can't help you don't like me because I'm loud. Okay, turn the volume down. Turn the volume down. But when I get a letter like that man just wrote me the other day, I still don't know what I said to this little boy. He said, change the kid's whole trajectory. This is what we trying to do on this show. All you messy people who be talking about y'all come on here for mess. I mean, I didn't mean yesterday to be no mess. I just don't want nobody messing with your son. And then you had to go and do something to that guy, and then you in jail. And then we got to bring you some cigarettes if you smoke. But what else you got, Jimmy? Anything happen around here? Because Jimmy, this transport portal is Daniel. What? Jimmy, 3 dudes off the Stanford team. Jimmy, I found something out, though. I found something out. That price was a little too high. You was talking about. You know, I looked at it. That price was way too high. You got to cut it. that was too high. But
it's
Jimmy,
always gonna be too high in most cases.
But I'm gonna make you laugh, Jimmy. Guys just ain't going into the portal to go in the portal. They going to up that money. See, y'all, so y'all don't look at the portal the same. See, Jimmy, I'm just letting our people don't look at the portal the same. The portal, everybody's getting in the portal. These guys got deals. Hold up, Jimmy, and guess what else they doing, Jimmy? They trying to force the university that they in the portal from to up the money too. Did you hear what I just said, Jimmy?
Yeah, you calling your bluff.
Jimmy, hey, young men, jump in the portal. If y'all doing it like that, y'all jump in the portal all y'all want to.
Man, go and get it. But
go get it. But
be willing to hold whomever accountable if it don't go your way.
No, Jimmy, them. Hold up. The player's accountable. You can't blame nobody else.
No. I'm saying the player needs to be willing to hold whomever accountable.
Why don't we hold himself accountable?
Well, in addition to yourself,
okay, I got you. Okay,
at least 51% is yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
But then there's always somebody that done played kazoo like on Fred Flintstone and got on your shoulder and let you know, hey man, let's go get this. Let's go and get this. And you done went out there and you done played yourself. There's going to be guys that's going to play themselves, and it's inevitable. It's a numbers game. And every year, you got to realize, everybody's not playing musical chairs with the portal. Yeah. There's a new crop that you're competing with as well.
Yeah.
Of incoming talent, whether it be high school seniors, whether it be international players that's going to gobble up some scholarship offers. And there are players that were sitting out last year, that were red-shirted last year. Those guys are gobbling for spots. So this stuff is Doug Jones has put up the list we do every year on rcssports.com, a list of the transfers. A list, once again, a list of not transfer guys that are in the portal. Because just because you're in the portal does not mean that you have transferred. It means that you have expressed an intent to transfer. The intent that doesn't always result in you gone anywhere or gone somewhere else. Remember, the numbers came out last year that were what, over 500 players in the portal whom did not find a landing spot. They did not land anywhere. That's a lot, and it's going to be more this year. You know why? Because the transfer portal for compliance reasons, they include the walk-ons. I said again, walk-ons are included in that portal count. So the number is going to always be on the fragmented side, because especially, as I said before, and I said again, and I said with full-heartedly, that the black walk-on, for the most part, has a different interpretation or different willingness than the white walk-on, especially in basketball. Meaning the black walk-on at the Division I level.
Black walk-ons think they supposed to be playing.
Yes. And the white walk-on, they understand they just want to get a relationship and a light. They're thinking about the 40-year plan. They're going to get a relationship. They're going to get one photo in the layup line or in the game that their dad is going to put on the wall behind their desk in the office when that young man is prepared to take over the company or goes and get his job in the workplace. That's one of the goals. That white walk-on is thinking about he's getting a relationship to where he can become the money manager.
No, forget the white walk-on. This is what you do. This is how you do that, because that's kind of negative. This is what we're going to do. Young men. It's different young black men. I'm tired of people trying to compare y'all to somebody. Young black men, it's different ways to approach being a walk-on. You can go in there and think you're going to play and be mad because you ain't playing. You can do all of that if you want to. But you can go in and just meet people and build your resume and build your capital, your people capital, your contact capital, and put yourself in better places for later on in your life. That's what he's saying. But he's just saying no. We want y'all to start programming yourselves to think bigger than just going and getting mad because you ain't playing and you'll walk on. No. Go and meet them like them boosters that was lined up down the street at Blodgett and not Blodgett, down the street at TSU. Think about those people. You supposed to be meeting every last one of those people. You follow me? I'm just talking about it to TSU right now. Them guys. We got to understand. A relationship capital is one of the most valuable things you can do. And a lot of people throwing relationship capital away because they got their facts and their damn feelings mixed up. They let their feelings. See, you can't get your facts and your feelings mixed up. You got to learn how to do business sometime with people that, hold up, I hate to say it, you don't like. I've seen it too many times. And they come up. See, that's another thing you need to that you instead of saying other people do it, we need to start doing. We get so personal. You're talking about this. You're talking about me. You're talking about me. Go get the money. Go get the influence, young players. Don't worry about those walk-ons. Man, use your relationship capital. You should become an extension of the coach. Because the coach know everybody with all the money. Because the coach got to go meet them. So you can't be mad at the coach. Me and the head coach, man, I don't talk to him. You got to be at your rabbit mind and not talk to the head coach. Because he the one know the people with the purse strings. I'm just telling y'all out there. Because evidently somebody else ain't telling y'all the right thing. These people who've been guiding y'all for all this life, y'all, they ain't telling. But come on now. There's people in the room. I'd never forget. My son had a choice to go to a workout, then graduate. He said, I can go to this workout, but I'm on it. I'm on the team. Joe Biden coming to our school for our convocation. I'm on the welcoming committee. I need to be here for that. See, those are kind of the sometimes you got to make certain decisions, man. You are the sum of the decisions you make. And some of us just we so guided by that little round ball. I can't believe I ain't got no ball in my by this ball. Understand? Get this ball take you where you need to be. Let that ball be an instrument, not to be and this ball is life. No, ball ain't life. Ball is a part of life. Because at some point you ain't gonna be playing, son. What you gonna be doing when you ain't playing? But I had to give that at Jimmy because I know you put it out there like that. But I want to give the guys I want our young guys to start thinking differently. If you'll walk on, don't take walk on people downing you as a walk on. Yeah, I'm a walk on. But after, hey, later on, I might be your boss. How about that? Yeah, but that's all. I just wanted to add that to it.
And that's the kid. They're not embracing. They got to be more willingness to embrace it. And then a lot of people tend to think that they're going into the walk-on position as though they're about to prove everybody wrong.
Yeah.
And remember Adam, we just had the young man a couple of years ago that was a walk-on at Texas A&M and had told you guys and told a lot of people he was on scholarship. And I was like, no, man, dude was a walk-on, man.
I don't remember. I forget.
You know what I'm talking about, man.
I know, but I
homeboy.
forgot him already. Oh, okay, yeah. Hold up. A walk on at the other place he went to too,
and made everybody think he on scholarship at the other place.
Okay. All right, okay. I'm gonna leave that alone. Okay, all right, okay.
You see?
I know exactly what you're talking
about. And this, guess what?
It ain't nothing wrong with it.
Things. It ain't. Well, people don't tease walk-ons. People tease the walk-on who try to make people think that they on scholarship.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, that's what I believe.
Okay. You know.
And so many of y'all, it is what it is. You made that decision because most walk-ons, black or white, most of them have an opportunity to play at the lower level. Most Division I walk-ons.
Okay. So they could have went and played somewhere else, but they chose to go.
You gambling on took a gamble on your career as their Division I school. Most of them, not saying all, most of those guys were all. Dude, you think I'm joking? Go look at some of the walk-ons and click on their names. They were all region. Some of them was all state. Some of them averaged 20 a game. And they're at these schools, and they're sitting there and part of the choir. They're clapping. They're on the scout team and healthy. Guess what? It is what it is. But man, there's so much to pick up from. I guess you guys are here now. You all are filed in. We're going to ask you to share the show to your timelines, share the show to your groups. Of course, you guys know elephant in the room, and that is to piggyback off of what Hatter said yesterday, and I just feel compelled to just put it out there because I know a lot of more people on now watching more than it wasn't 30 minutes ago. Okay. Allegedly, there's a young man that resides in Greater Houston that has been very visible over the past 5 years or so, conducting youth camps, directing skills camps, being a personal trainer, primarily of young boys, teenage boys. This young man had basically come out and had, rainbow stuff post on his social media in past in yesteryear, in recent memory. So people had, I guess a lot of people had went beyond the acceptance of understanding. Guess that's his preference. That's his sexual preference, would be primarily of the same sex. Most people that I've talked to, that's a no-brainer. And then when he came, put the rainbow out and endorsed it, that was almost like an acceptance. So it wasn't no question anymore to some, if you were paying attention. You knew what time it was with this young fella. The way he switched, the way he talked, they were all just exuberant signs of what a parallel to what many of us are known to as a sissy. Now, what's the big deal? Well, in recent days, this young man has a case now as a result of being caught with a minor. I've heard two different stories. I've heard it was a little girl. Then I heard it was a little boy. One thing is for certain, as I told you guys yesterday, it will come to light whether it was a girl or a boy. Doesn't really matter whether it was a girl or a boy in the first place, but what we know is that person is a minor. It's a grown man. This same grown man had lived in the dorm or the house where some of the boys lived that are members of the basketball team that he is involved with. He was living in the house. According to one of the parents of the kids within the program he lived in the house with them. And the parent was like, well,
so who is the other adult in the house?
Didn't ask.
Okay.
I will. So, for you to make him the RA, ain't that what they call it in college? The RA?
Yeah.
Resident assistant.
Yeah.
Resident.
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot what they call them people.
RA, I think something like that. For you to make him that means you have validated him. Whoever is his boss, whoever hired him to make him to be the chaperone. That means you enabled that wolf to be in the hen house. I have another parent that is saying that it was a relationship. Several parents thought it was.
Residential advisor.
Okay, residential advisor. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.
We can tell he's been in one of them houses. But keep going.
Yeah, and thanks, Miss Carol White.
Uh-huh.
And Jeffrey Day. I see Jeffrey Day put on the resident advisor.
Mm-hmm.
And but this is serious. If you just tune in, you need to share the show, because if we don't talk about this now, then indirectly we become enablers. I tell you like this right now, until further notice, that young man, until further notice, is not allowed in any RCS sports event until it has been known that unless he's been exonerated of all of these accusations and charges. That's first and foremost. So that way now it ain't no stand. Y'all can relay the word on back. You're not welcome at any of the RCS sports events. Hatter, if it come out tomorrow, I'm just hypothetically. If those type of accusations was against you tomorrow, I'm gonna take probably one phone call from you. Then you're gonna, of course, I'm expect you to say, man, it ain't true. But it ain't gonna be the same, and I'm gonna be watching you from really far unless I know it ain't true. But if in the 50-50, then it ain't the same. Then if you ain't proved yourself, I'm not talking to you no more in life.
Let me show you something. This dude is big coach. These the questions I was just thinking about. That why is the minor not staying with his parents and staying in a house? A hell of a question.
Well, a lot of these schools are located. Houston's a big city.
Oh, it's a school.
He's affiliated with a school.
Oh, I didn't know.
Affiliated with the grassroots program.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay. All right.
Okay. And by it being news, once I get the police report in my hand, then I'm going to say the name of the school. Because that may now I got documentation. Yeah. Right now, allegedly, you follow what I'm saying?
Timmy, even if he's still exonerated, so what you gonna not speak to him for because of his lifestyle or being the pedophile?
If he's exonerated.
No, I mean if he's not a pedophile.
Okay.
If they say he's not a pedophile, I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand what you're talking about. You wouldn't deal with him anymore on the pedophile issue or the other issue.
On the pedophile issue, this is a legal matter. Okay. The other stuff is not. It is not illegal. Okay. For this man to like other men.
Okay.
You follow me? Or other males. It ain't illegal for him to be Pee Wee Herman. It's illegal for you to be Pee Wee Herman in public. Now, it has been alleged that once again that this once I get the papers in my hand, and trust me, his presence was not visible with the program, the grassroots program, this past weekend. And that stirred up questions because people was like, where is he at? And the word that a lot of people.
So he's that prevalent in the program and in the community?
Yes.
That you would know he's not there?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if he's coaching one of the teams. Okay. And his social media tag, Hatter. Let me see. Let me send this over to you. That way you can see what his social media handle, his description. That's what they call it, the description. His social media.
Hey, Ken Gamble.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Ken Gamble. You can publicly expose him, but this show got a responsibility to have documented evidence for us to expose it. You can expose what the hell you want to.
You can send us the documented evidence.
You can send us the documents. We don't have no documents, and I'm not gonna sit up here and talk about nobody and have me liable. Y'all, you got to be out your mind. Tell me why aren't we exposing? What? We giving you enough to go. All I'm telling you right now. This what my thing is. I don't give a fat rat's ass about what they did. My thing is, parents, watch your kids closely. People in positions of power. This is where I'm coming from at King Gamble. Look at these things a lot closer. If we got these people, and guess what? It ain't just happening in Houston. Because somebody going to come and tweet about it, talking about it just happened. Man, it's happening probably all over the country right now. But everybody in the country don't have a show like this to talk about. So consider yourself blessed to be able to come on here. I mean, why aren't we exposing him? He going to get exposed.
Somebody asked why are we exposing him?
Yeah, you didn't see that? Watch this. Hold on, watch this. No. Let me let you look at it. Let me let you look. Why aren't we exposing him?
Why aren't we?
Why aren't we? Yeah, why aren't we? That's what I'm
going.
saying,
Oh,
and we
okay.
can't.
I thought that was another one. Yeah, I heard you respond to that. I
Yeah,
thought there was another one saying, "Why are
no,
we?" I'm like, wait a minute. That's going once again. Once I get the documentation,
yeah,
which is, trust me, I don't know how to get into it. Sandra got the software on her computer. I have, it's coming. You guys know I got, we have friends in low places, and especially in the legal system, where it be police officers, attorneys, district clerks, I mean, that's inevitable. It's just a matter of time. Now the thing is, this is the more important conversation is, how did this happen for him to have that access?
Hey, Jimmy, stop. I want you to stop right now. Resident Mitchell, I know you don't live in Houston, but I'm finna give a disclaimer. Me and Jimmy are not responsible for the comments people put on this thing. I try to monitor them. Their comments are not our opinions. I'm just letting y'all know that. Only comments, if I come in and I talk, some of these people that's put comments on this thing, it ain't associated with us. Okay? That's that disclaimer that they give. Now we can go back to doing this, Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, and my question was, how did we get here to this point to whereas nobody is scared, nobody is everybody's just self-validated, and everybody's like, and think about it, you come into this thing, that's the worst nightmare, for you to have a male that you entrust your kids to, you entrust them into, and to find out that this man allegedly did some hoochie coochie stuff with one of these little boys or little girls. Because it could have been your baby. And it happens easily. Think about it. This guy is the guy that's stretching the kids before workouts.
Wow. I ain't think about that.
This the guy that might be rubbing the icy hot or the balm on their back.
Oh, don't even go there. Oh man, I ain't think about that. That's too much.
Or the thighs. And if you ever had a lady rub the balm on your legs, I just said a lady. What's there's going to be at one point during that little rubbing session, what that lady gonna look
man, let's not go there for, man. Let's talk about something else. Man, come on, man.
What she gonna say? She gonna say how that feel.
Y'all get like Magic Johnson, man. Hey, man, wait till next week. I got some stuff I can tell y'all. Next week, every day, I'm going to give y'all some stuff that not to say into an interview. My worst interviews. Hey,
man. We gonna go to another topic.
Yeah, let's go to another.
I had to add my other thing to it about the accountability. Who's to blame?
Yeah, who's to blame?
Else is to blame.
No. How do we prevent this from happening again?
And who to blame and how? Because you got to have accountability.
Yeah.
And then how do we move forward and ensure it doesn't happen again? Because if there's an athletic director that goes and hires a certain coaches, certain head coaches out there have been looking for jobs, and nobody wouldn't hire certain guys that we all know. He couldn't get hired. And the reason was the same, because the athletic directors or the presidents would tell those coaches or the AD, if you hire him, that's on your ass, and something happened, you gone with him. So that means now your job is on the line just for hiring this guy. If he even peeps, if he even pisses without flushing the toilet, your job is on the line. So that means that's called accountability. Guys, let me tell you some parents, as I close on this topic. It's 2024. Remember, it started with Cat Williams. He said all the truth gonna come out this year.
Showed it.
He
He showed
said,
it.
and this little old dude, I ain't the biggest Cat Williams fan before that stuff, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
but his testimony or his
Yeah.
conversation with Shannon Sharp, it has been so much collateral damage that he's caused by telling his truth.
But what happened? He knew this stuff was gonna come to a boil. He knew. I mean, it's the stuff he said. Now, some of the stuff he said was a little outlandish, but he was right on that P. Diddy stuff. Boy, he hit that thing. That's so good. It's stuff it's tentacles everywhere that's going from that situation, boy. It's lawsuits. We don't even know about this happening. But let's get back to this. How do we prevent? And we asking y'all,
Parents,
how do we prevent? So Jimmy, what you're saying? Do we just not let people that are known, people of alternative lifestyles?
well,
Coach,
the parent needs to know.
but if the parent do know,
what I'm saying, but not when you first meet them, everybody don't know. You can suspect. There are some people, just because a person plays the piano or the organ doesn't mean that they little Richie. You know what I'm saying? So just because some people they suspect, but they don't really know. They ain't saw the signs yet.
Right.
But they do know one thing. You endorsed him. You put that person in a position of power. If you put that person in a position of power to possibly prey on kids,
that's it.
then you are the person in question as well. Because even if you didn't know, remember they call the coaches, remember they have a term that they call a coach when they was investigating and I had all this FBI stuff going on, they call it a lack of institutional control.
Yeah.
That means even if you didn't know, you should have known. And
man, y'all, hey man, these people, hey man, y'all quit coming, man. Y'all, I can't do this show with a straight face, man, because these people are just coming crazy stuff, man. Come on, Cat Williams look like he been taboo. Oh, so okay.
So here's one solution. Here's one solution.
Give me one.
How about this? When your kids sign up with these programs often get all your kids' intel. They're going to get the parent name, parent work, phone number, kid name, birth date. They got to get all that at some point if they play on the circuit so they can input that no matter what in the NCAA database if the kids don't do them themselves nowadays. Now, here's the deal. Is it out of the realm for a parent to request the driver's license and get a copy of the driver's license?
No, that's part. No, that's part of the program.
What do you mean?
If I was running a program right now. If I was running a program right now.
Okay.
Everybody got I'm going to even submit mine because I got influence over the play. Everybody who got anything to deal with them kids and have power over them kids. Hey man, just give me. Hey, we're gonna keep this on file. I got to have this. You can't work for my program. That's all. I ain't mad at you.
So you're endorsing the idea of collecting, of having the copy of a driver's license.
Yeah.
Not Social Security number. Copy of the driver's license.
Jim, think about
that way. See what that does. What that does is. You guys got to share this show. There's parents out there.
You got to realize, Jimmy, when I started calling them games at TSU, I had to go through a background check. They got all my information.
Yeah.
before I could ever have access to them kids. Because I'm in a position of power.
They put that mean they had to validate.
They needed everything I had. Yes.
Yeah. See,
I understand. I understand.
That's a solution. That may not be the solution, but that is a solution. Parents, start now. You must request.
Not the parents. Not the parents. The person over. Hold up. The person over the program. Parents, you gonna have to, before my son play with you, dude. I want to know who your ass is.
Exactly. So I mean, I need to see a copy of your driver's license.
Dude, absolutely. I got you.
So here's the deal. Here's the parallel example. Just take basketball out of the equation. If your son or daughter is about to go out of town with their friends, and there's an uncle that's going to be driving the car and taking them out of town, and in some case they're going to go on a couple of trips this summer out of town. One of them, they're going to the airport with this stranger. If something happens, this is gonna hit some of y'all right in the chest. I'm willing to bet my right pocket right now that the vast majority of parents on every one of these grassroots team of the high school stature, not every one of them, the vast majority, don't even know where the coach live at. And that's a damn problem. Think about that. Do you know exactly where your coach live at? Because he knows where you live at. So if something happens, that's due diligence. That's respect. You have no reason to roll up to the coach house. But you know where to find that coach. If your baby come up missing or if something ain't right, you know where to go. Now, many of y'all do know where your coach live. That's great.
Yes.
But there's a lot of y'all don't even know where your coach live at. And you're sending your babies out of town to sleep in hotels.
Yes. I mean, Jimmy, and when I go back and think about this now, and I just think my mom, and I didn't know, I ain't never asked her. She going on to be with the Lord. But I never asked her why she never let me stay over nobody's house. None of us. And it was 11 of us. Jimmy, I don't never remember spending the night. No, I'm coming to get my baby. So I automatically, when my son and my daughter came up, no, man, they had the little football, football teams, basketball team. They have we all gonna leave and go to mom. I said, no, I'm coming to pick him up. What time? Lights out. I'm coming to pick him up. He can't spend the night. We ain't bringing no night bag. He bringing his ass, no toothbrush. He bringing his ass home. I'm out there in your house. Whatever time they get through playing the games, I'm sitting out in the car right there, Jimmy. I'm right in front of the house, right there. I just did that. I mean, because I know me. I said, man, I don't want no one of these dudes touching, one of these people, man, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. And Jimmy, it wasn't a bad, I mean, I didn't know, but we don't know what uncle just sitting back there in the corner waiting on one of them little boys to go to sleep. We don't know. So, I understand that, man, and I hope y'all taking this and don't piece this and send it to somebody and talk about it. No, we trying to find a solution. I don't want this damage these kids for life, man. This kid's still trying to come back from that. Come on, man.
And so then to clear something up, when I'm saying about the driver's license and about producing it, and the parent that way now, if a parent knows, at least they know the correct spelling of your name.
Yeah,
a parent retain the right to do the homework, to at least check on you and find out who the hell you are. There are a lot of guys out there, and what I've learned along the way, Heather, a lot of the parents have relatives that they have backgrounds and have got into some stuff back in the day. those parents ain't really caring about that. They okay with that. They okay with you having a record.
You can have a record, but
But
I want to
parents
know.
are okay. Trust me, I've talked to numerous of them along the years. That ain't the issue.
Go, Jimmy. Martin Luther King had a record. He been in jail more than me, not more than you, but more than. But no, I mean, but keep going. My bad.
But the thing is, if it's something that you have hidden, if there's a secret, they just want to know. They have the right to know if you have certain types of crimes, meaning that if you have crimes of theft, a mama need to know that they ain't for to give you. That way they can think twice. They at least they are informed enough to not let you loose with their credit card on the trip.
Hey, this is true. Look at this, Jimmy. This is true. This is happening.
Man, I know an 11-year-old that went to Las Vegas and the attorney was walking the strip alone, and the coach gave him $30 and the room key.
Yeah. Cause the coaches be gone. Y'all going on back. Here's some money.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man, when you Jimmy, have you ever walked the strip? You know when it really was hot back then.
Yeah.
All them kids be on the strip.
All of them in blocks of chunks of four.
Yeah. Oh yeah, be a group of them. I like that though. It'd be a group of them.
Yeah. They.
But Jimmy, see, parents don't understand this. And Jim, I'm glad I got to interject this, and it's just not. I never forget. My son's team was out there. No, my team. My team was out there. My team, franchise, we was out there in Vegas. So usually they stayed in a hotel because the tournament, wanted them to stay in this particular hotel. But I kind of wanted them to stay in my hotel. So I couldn't rest. I'm down there at in my hotel. So what I did, I said, man, y'all got to own him. Hey, y'all got my son, man. That man got my last name. I can't, Jimmy. So I just rolled on over to the hotel. My son over there, and I just, blessed the coach's heart. But Jimmy, I pulled up right there in the front. They didn't know. Jimmy leaned back in the chair just to see. I just wanted to see what's going on. Because I knew they had to walk in this one way. I just sit there. Jimmy, two of his teammates walking past me with a girl. And I said, Pam, y'all got to hear this one. This Pam. So I get out the car and let them see me. Jimmy, guess what they did? Kept on walking and went on up to the room. I didn't stop them. I wanted to see what the hell they was going to do. I went up to that room. I knocked on the door. I had the key to all the room. I knocked on the door. One of them come to the door with his shirt off.
Yeah.
The youngest one. The little girl sitting over there, Jimmy, on the couch, on the bed, like, Jimmy, I'll never forget the sight. I said, little girl, you got to get your ass out of here. You got to get out of here. So I talked to the young one. I said, what the hell was you thinking about? Well, he said, you cool. I said, did y'all see me? Guess what he said? But he told me, oh, Coach, how to cool. I said, yeah, I'm cool. But I ain't that cool. I'm about to call your daddy right now, your mama right now. Don't call him, he gonna kill me. I said, you might as well get ready to die. Because I'm calling your grandmama on you. Jimmy, immediately, because I sit down and explain to him. I said, look here, you know who names these rooms in? Yours? Yeah. So if anything happened in this room, it's on me. I said, first of all, I'm going to give you a lesson. If you ain't paid for a room yourself, you don't need to be bringing no girl in. So go get you some, in other words, go work and be able to get, don't be doing, don't do nobody else like this. And they sit down and those same kids, them two same kids right there, I never forget them. I keep in contact with them right now to this day. Unbelievable, Jimmy. I'll never forget. He said, Mr. Hatter, cool. And I was cool. But I ain't that cool. That's what I told him. No, man, you can't bring no girl in these rooms that I pay for. No, sir. It's not happening. Yeah, they were young. But the youngest one, he had his shirt off like Jimmy, like he fine. I mean, he'd come to the door like. But I tell people like that's what happens in Vegas, mamas. When we go off and just because sometimes the coach got to go do whatever he got to do. But I couldn't sleep, Jimmy. I said, I'm finna pull up. So Jimmy, you know what I did? Now I'm mad, right? So I got to ride, trying to find all of them. Every one I find, got a gal hemmed up. Then I find my son walking, right? I said, oh, whoa. Do you know all this happening? Dad, I ain't seen nothing. I don't know nothing. You see, I'm by myself. But he younger than them. But it was just that. Mama, these little kids know a lot more than y'all think they know. I'm just letting you know now. These kids are advanced. Very advanced, man. But I just had to share that story. I'll never forget it. But those two guys, man, I love them to death. And they love me too. But what you about to say?
I'm looking at some of the comments. Of course, Clyde Jackson, he said, let you guys know he's not laughing about the situation. It's sad, but he's just merely laughing at the stuff that we are saying. So that way nobody don't take the laughs the wrong way. And of course, Clyde has the Battle of the Brands basketball.
I call it Battle of the Bands. I'm sorry. I call it the Battle of the Bands.
Battle of the Brands. That'll be this weekend in Houston at a couple of different locations. We get the schedule. I think they say the schedule should be out any moment now. You guys also, I hope you guys took that conversation, and although it may have been some humorous things said on the post, I was dead serious in trying to implement solutions. You guys must get smarter. And if a coach is reluctant, I understand some coaches may not want you to know where they stay at, but at the same time, that doesn't prevent you from asking to them to produce something that way you can make sure. Because here's the deal, and here's the thing: if nothing else, they can produce their USA Gold coaching permit. Because
so what did that gold coaching permit mean? That mean you've been what?
That mean they supposed to have vetted you. You're supposed to have passed a certain type of background check, a certain type of, they got different kinds. They look for different stuff. Mm-hmm. And Doug say try sneaking in the room, caught that ass, send them back to Texas on the bus. Okay, all right, and but in other words, you have to know who's around your babies. You have to know more about who's around your babies, guys. And that way now you can start, you'd rather know now than later. That young man alleged that we talked about and described earlier, he's not the first and he's not the only one out there that's probably in a situation like that. I mean, because the reason I said, I just got a firm belief how the way I was raised. And my mom said, whenever you see a mouse, there's mice. She said all the time. Same thing about roaches.
Samoa.
If you see a roach, there's roaches.
It's Samoa. Yeah, I like that.
So you guys can take it as you want, but it ain't no way. And you guys knew that. Y'all people have heard me talk. This ain't the first time that I've entertained a topic indirectly about this same young man. Hey, keep that on the other side of the room. That's each his own. But now you're involving babies.
Right. You're
involving these kids now. That means now everybody telling you this the best guy, runs the camps. He the director. You got to go to him. He all this. So now how does that feel now? See, you took somebody else's word to validate him. Now those people are hiding behind the walls and hiding behind the door. Don't want, like, hey man, I ain't gonna do with that. Them people should have known. Oh, really? Everybody don't know they trusted you because you co-signed him.
Right.
You gave him a job. You gave him a job title if it wasn't a job. Gave him a title. Look on that doggone thing I sent you, Heather. It has a job title on that thing, a description.
I didn't even know people was texting me. I'm sorry, y'all. Anybody been texting me? I'm sorry. I hadn't looked down on my phone. I'm bad. You all right? You sure know? Yeah. Wow. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So
Okay.
that's his job description. If something happens with Doug Jones that's directly in the compass of his work,
Yeah.
remember that's at work. Then I have to absorb some of the responsibility or the I have to accept some of that because I put him in a position of authority.
Wow.
You see that, Adam?
I want to pivot because I was thinking about this young 18-year-old boy, and I know I talk, I know I call people the LeBron sexuals and all that kind of stuff, and who like LeBron because I really, really, really love him. But I was thinking about him as an 18-year-old, and I just want y'all to understand how this is a safe space, and from where I try. The point of view I try to come from when I'm talking to your kids, if I'm interviewing your kids. But I saw somehow LeBron at 18 years old, Jimmy, I was thinking about he was dealing with so many out-of-pocket questions and expectations. Is one of the most impressive things about his journey to me. I'm going to show y'all this video. Bob Costas, who, he's openly, fond of Michael Jordan, on his broadcast, just decided that asking these questions to anyone, let alone an 18-year-old kid, was absolutely normal. And I want to see what y'all think, because we got people asking our kids questions, and your kid being in a situation, and I think LeBron, and I'm gonna show it to you, because I want to ask y'all, what do y'all think of this? Because we got to start grooming our kids. But watch this.
Paul Silas is one of the most respected figures in the NBA. He happens to be a black man, but that's not the key point. He's not just any black guy. He's a fatherly type figure. He's been around the league for a long time. He's highly respected. You grew up without a father. Your biological father was not in the picture. It seems to me not coincidental that Paul Silas was the choice to coach a team that would soon have LeBron James.
Growing up, I grew up with a mother, and my mother was my mother and my father. And now, I have the thing that not growing up without a father never really put me down to where I couldn't reach my potential. And now that I'm moving on to Coach Silas, hopefully he's going to be a good father figure to me on the court, off the court, and a good coach on the court and off the court.
What sometimes happens to people who become very successful in athletics or entertainment, if they have a parent whom they haven't known throughout their life or they've disappeared, that parent resurfaces when the fame and the money comes in. First of all, do you know your biological father's whereabouts?
No, not really. But, I'm not really even concentrating on that because I really have my father and my mother all tied up in one. And that's Gloria James. I don't, at this point, I don't really need nobody else.
And there have been various stories that your biological father may be in prison.
Do y'all see what I'm talking about? He keep on pushing. He had just an 18-year-old boy that Bob caught. I think this is the right. Somebody brought this to my attention. I want to share this with y'all.
In fact, be dead. He may have been shot some 10 years ago. Do you have a curiosity about that?
No, that never really crosses my brain because the friends and family that I have now is awesome. I couldn't trade him. I wouldn't trade him in for the world. And when I'm with my friends all the time, that takes my mind off everything. And another thing, when I step on that hardwood, that's like another home for me too. So I'm in a whole nother zone.
So if this guy is still around, and if eventually he shows up, have you thought about how that might go?
No, I never really thought about it.
You feel like it's not part of your life?
No, it's not part of my life. I think my life is in the right direction right now, and nothing is going to change it.
Paul Silas is one of the most respected figures in the
y'all
NBA.
Think. Y'all got to realize that. I did that for a reason, and I want to share something with y'all. LeBron is a master of controlling his focus. headspace and his energy. There is a reason he never acknowledged Skip Bayless. Let me get you off of that, Jimmy. He never acknowledged Skip Bayless and rarely references his haters, like the other guy, Kevin Durant. He's a genius who is also gifted with unbelievable athleticism. This clown-ass reporter, Bob Costas, and I used to respect him until I saw this, tried so hard to manipulate a negative emotion out of LeBron, only to be defeated by an 18-year-old who was too mentally strong. This is why I want our kids to be mentally strong. Don't allow yourself to be triggered by a bad actor. My young men out there, my young people out there, that's a bad actor in our community. This young guy, this guy who's doing this pedophile stuff. You got to be strong mentally. Don't let these bad actors curtail. Don't be triggered by these people. And I had to bring that to you because I just, Jimmy, we don't groom our kids enough. Shout out to Gloria James. Whatever she put in that boy, that young man stood up toe to toe to who they say is one of the best. That's why when people talk about mainstream media, I don't respect that. And that dude, that was who they said one of the best. But I just want y'all to look at this stuff. Watch the questions these people be asking your kids. Prepare your kids for this. Because your kids we don't know, your kid might be famous one day. Your kid. So let's prepare them. Let's just not prepare them just to play basketball. Let's prepare them for life. Shout out to LeBron James, to all you people who think I don't like him, Chris Walker, all these people. Man, that young man there, he's just unbelievable to me. And that's why he would have a certain spot in my, I don't get into who the greatest of all time stuff. I don't get into that, but he got a spot in my in my space that I'll never ever forget, man. Because I've seen him when he was young. Because we tried to represent him. I remember him at that young age right there, and to the man he's become now. So I had to give that to. I know we've been talking about something else. I wanted to bring something positive out here to talk about. That dude, they're brilliant. They do brilliant. What else you got, Jim?
Oh man, that's of course we mentioned the brackets earlier, the NCAA coach.
Yeah. Melvin Dudes to put the bracket up, Jimmy.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's what I know. Melvin Dudes, can you make a second one? I'm more enthused about the women bracket.
Oh yeah, do the women too. Yeah, do the women too. Yeah.
I'm more enthused about the women.
Why you like the women? I mean that's a good thing. It's Women Rock Wednesday. That's a good.
This thing is probably going to set records this year on the women for female viewership of their March Madness. It's probably going to set records this year.
Okay.
And you know,
why they got the most stars?
Yeah. Yeah. They got the most storylines as well.
Yeah. So Jimmy, I'm glad you brought that up. And I want you to piggyback off this with what you're about to say. I'm gonna give you some meat to go with your dinner right here. North Carolina Tar Heels guard. You know the young lady, Deja Kelly, because I remember you talking about her. She just signed with Tommy Hilfiger, first athlete ever, first deal ever. Right? Deja Kelly signed with Tommy Hilfiger. I'm not so fond of Tommy Hilfiger, but the young girl did. And then Malaysia Fulwiley, the freshman, signed a multi-year deal with Red Bull. That's their first ever. And I don't like Red Bull is a different company. I don't like them either. Sort of like Tommy Hilfiger, but I got to give you the news. She's their first ever signee. And not only their first ever signee, this is pretty cool. She just signed with Curry Brand, multi-year deal, shoe deal with Curry Brand. She played for Team Curry in AAU, attended Curry camp, and now plays for Under Armour flagship program in South Carolina. And she said, I decided to join the Curry Brand because it felt like family. And she said, I had a close connection with the brand. In case y'all didn't know that, those were the news of these young stars that's about to play in this game, Jimmy, in this tournament. So, Jimmy, now you can finish. I was just giving you a little more, a little more vegetables on the plate.
Yeah, that's like I said. I mean, all everybody's looking for that LSU, LSU Iowa, LSU South Carolina. You
Oh,
know,
you're talking about down the line.
yeah, down the
Yeah.
line. Everybody's looking. Jackson State first round, UConn. That
I think Jackson State can beat them, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think UConn can run them out the building as well. Now, don't get it twisted.
UConn ain't ran nobody out of the building all year.
This ain't yesterday's UConn, but at the same time, it would take a A+ game from Jackson State combined with a C- game.
I'm gonna give you a name. I'm gonna give you a name, Jimmy. I'm gonna give you a name. You be looking for when this game play. Adriana Avant.
What
for
position?
Jackson State.
Front
Adriana
court, back court.
Avant.
Front court or back court?
Back court. Jimmy, she got the possibility to hit 10 threes in a row or miss 10 in a row. So, I'm just telling you, I've seen, Jimmy, guess what she played last year? TSU.
Oh, Lord.
Yes. Jimmy, she the lead scorer on the team now at Jackson State. Jimmy, she got the capability. Y'all got to hear me. Y'all hear me right. I want you to hear me right. Yeah, look her up. Adriana Avant. AD for short. But one of my favorites. One of my favorites last year. Jim Hicks. She got the ability to hit 10 threes in a row. And she also missed 10. But I look over there at the coach, and Tamika Reed don't say nothing. She just said, come here, AD, I don't mind you shooting. You got to play defense. And ain't none of them little girls, Paige Beckers, Paige Teckers and Peckers and whoever them little girls are, they ain't going to be to stop AD. I'm just telling you. So I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Y'all know I'm Jimmy. You know I'm cheering. I'm cheering for Grambling tonight too now. They can beat Middle Tennessee State. Yeah, Jimmy. I'm HBCU proud right now. He said, yeah, Maya Crump. Oh, hold up. Maya Crump can go too from Yates. She can go, Jimmy. Tia Bowler.
What team she on?
Jackson State. Man, Jackson State got some dudes. I mean, some girls. I can't say
Whoa.
dudes. They got some, they got some, dudes mean that you can play. They got some dogs. I'll put it like that. They got some dogs. Jackson State got some dogs.
Man.
They got some dogs. I'm just telling you, man. Carlos Williams. That's right. Carlos Wilson recruited AD. That's right. Sure did. Dude, Maya Crump, Tia Bowler, and the big girl in the middle, Angel Jackson. Yeah, I know y'all said he know all their names. I suppose to know all their damn names.
Now,
I thought it was Middle Tennessee. It's Montana State. Whoever. Yeah, it might be Montana. Might be Montana State. I'm sorry. I don't say why I said
okay, and of course Melvin Dews has posted.
He did
the women's.
Let me make sure I get that one
as
too.
well.
Hold on.
So appreciate that, and
hold up, Melvin Dews. Let me see.
And you guys can go and put your bids in. I mean, we have it up until tomorrow. For
go and put your bids in tonight.
There'll be some games on tomorrow during the Chop Shop. So
yeah, we're gonna be Chop Shop. We're gonna be. We did it last year. Who gonna be on? They should have it on there, Jim. Let's see who gonna be playing while we on.
Yeah, the boys.
Yeah, the boys side. When the girls start?
We got the girls must start on Friday.
Okay, on third. Ooh.
I see BYU and Duquesne is on tomorrow.
And he was right. It is
Mississippi State and Michigan State. That's Sean Jones.
That's gonna be a good one. That come on first. That's it. That's the one.
And the numbers are down for the amount of players from Greater Houston that are on NCAA men's basketball teams in the NCAA on the tournament.
Why they down? Because our teams lost?
Nah, just some guys' teams didn't do as well as the other ones did. It wasn't good enough to help them win enough games. But I think I went through them. I looked yesterday and I counted. It's about 15, 16 teams that have a player from Greater Houston on the roster. And last year that number was in the uh, it's 22 players, 23 players. Last year, number was like 37, right at 40.
Dang.
So that's.
Well,
But
our teams just lost this year. We can't win every year.
I mean, but we had a lot of different players on different teams that just like I said, just didn't do as well as things. But one thing about it, the University of Houston versus Longwood matchup in the first round has 3 players from Houston on that team on Longwood.
You mean Longwood team? Okay.
Yes. Longwood has 3 players. They have D.A. Houston from Episcopal High School, Jalen Bernard from Cy Ranch High School, and of course Jonathan Massey, who attended the Legacy of the School of Sports Sciences. And Jonathan Massey, I think he went somewhere else before he transferred.
Wait, Massey at now?
They all 3 of them at Longwood.
Oh, Massey at Longwood. Okay.
Yeah, all 3 at Longwood.
Jimmy,
And,
somebody just put something on there. I just want to share with y'all because I had a great time. Hey, let me tell y'all something. Jimmy, when we were in Atlanta, when we were in Birmingham, TSU, we practiced at Sanford University. Sanford University is off the chain. The university is absolutely, and I know a lot of y'all probably, somebody come from Sanford and said, hey man, I want you to come down here. And y'all might tell me, man, I ain't going down there. But they got banners everywhere up in Sanford University. So young men, please don't turn your nose down at Sanford University. Beautiful stadium, beautiful football stadium, beautiful baseball stadium. I mean, Jimmy, it's just unbelievable. Beautiful camp. Oh, Titania, no. Beautiful campus. Jimmy, I'm sitting there saying, what the? And it's all in the hills. You know, because Birmingham got a lot of hills. But Sanford University, young recruits, don't turn your nose down if one of them guys called on you. I'm just letting you know right now. The coaching staff wasn't there when I was there because they were getting prepared. For us to be they was at the conference tournament. That's why we were practicing in their place. But great college, man. I would love for one of y'all to go there. But keep going, Jim.
Yeah, and so that's on tomorrow, and of course we gave a couple of the games that'll be at 11 o'clock on Thursday, and of course our Creighton and Akron is at 12:30.
Jimmy, hold up. What about tonight? Big Eddie Lampkin putting in work tonight.
Yeah. That's the Colorado.
Yeah,
will be playing Boise State, and remember Boise State has a young man from this area as well.
Who?
Boise State has R.J. King. He's a kid from the Woodlands High School.
Yeah, I remember that
last
name.
year.
Okay.
R.J. King.
Do he play? Do he play?
Yeah. He
okay.
Well, he played last year. He's getting. He's about 10 minutes a game this season for them. Okay. And so that's R.J. King. He's a sophomore. Eddie Lampton's at Colorado. They go head to head tonight at 8:30 on True TV. I say it's that time of the year, guys.
Yeah, man, I love this time of the year, man.
Also, in case you're wondering, teams that have a player on the roster from Greater Houston, there's about 30 total teams that have a player from the state of Texas on their roster.
Oh, okay. So
about 30 teams.
So we had 30-some from Houston last year. From Houston. Wow.
30-some players.
Players. That's what I'm talking about. Players.
Yeah.
I got one. I see one matchup Thursday. I want Colorado State to beat the brakes off Texas. That's one I want. I want that to happen. Yeah. I want Colorado State.
If they can play defense like it did against Virginia, it's possible.
Man, Virginia was terrible, man. Jimmy, did you hear what Chris Walker and them said about? Oh, y'all know I got it for you. Watch this.
This performance matters by Virginia. I mean, Mountain West completely blew them off the floor. Mountain West, we've been saying, has been completely underseeded. And the way you perform in this tournament, it puts the committee on notice. They made a mistake putting Virginia into the NCAA tournament. Every bracketologist was saying it. They go out and play like this. It's unwatchable basketball the way they played today on national TV. St. John's is sitting there like, we've won 6 out of 7. We're scoring 90 points a game, playing great basketball down the stretch in the Big East. Seton Hall beat Marquette and UConn. They're sitting at home or in the NIT. They should be in this NCAA tournament. Pitt should be in this NCAA tournament.
Oklahoma.
Also, the committee made a big mistake by putting this team in the NCAA tournament this year. And it's nothing against Tony Bennett. He's a great national championship winning coach. But his team did not belong on this floor with Colorado State.
Teams, 4 of the last times that they played the NCAA tournament, they have lost in the first round of double-digit seeds.
Yep.
So there's a question of whether Virginia basketball, the way they play, maybe it's outdated.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe it's outdated.
No question. No question.
Yeah. All right. Well,
this performance matters.
But what that man with that won't get no talking. Whoa, coach, give me some words in here now. Damn.
Yeah, Wiley better sit his ass down and let Chris talk, man.
Hey, Jimmy, RJ Kim, 9 minutes a game.
I
1
said
point a game,
10 minutes. I said about 10 minutes a game.
I know you said it, but he get 2 rebounds. He get a rebound. I keep hearing people talking about McNeese State's gonna be a Cinderella story. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, they have the first round matchup. Of course, McNeese plays Gonzaga, and this is not the Gonzaga of old. I watched McNeese play in the Southland Conference tournament last week, and their guard play is awesome. These guys, of course, they were at home, sold out arena down in Lake Charles, and he has Will Wade has given that program a whole new jolt of optimism. They've won 30 games this season. People coming out watch. This is the ticket in town, but Gonzaga, understand the reason why people say this is that if they get by Gonzaga, and they could possibly see Kansas in the second round. This is a Kansas without their leading scorer, but they will have Hunter back. Let's not get this twisted. And Hunter is probably a lottery pick. And if you have a lottery pick on your team, then expectations are premium or high. They're expected to show up and show out. Will they have anything to stop or contain a Hunter if they get to the second round? But I think, guess what? The way that Will Wade coaches, he'll throw it all up against the wall. What would he have to lose if they make it to the second round?
What you mean by the Wade coaches?
He's not afraid to take gambles that's not conventional. So the way that he go out there and he would do something, it just it do something that's unorthodox sometimes, and that's those are the gambles that you got to take on yourself sometimes. So we'll see how that goes, but it's going to be intriguing because as each round goes, each day that goes by, there's going to be another coach somewhere else that's probably going to get fired, and they're in schools, and so jobs are going to be opening up. Rumors are going to be spiraling out there about different coaches. Like Florida A&M, they released their head coach on yesterday, I think, and so that job is open down there at Florida A&M. That's a SWAC program now. So that's people was asking about Prairie View and Byron Smith. I don't think Byron Smith is going anywhere this year, and because he has another year left on his contract. Prairie View y'all getting spoiled looking at A&M and stuff. Prairie View, some schools is not in position. Understand, they were competitive. They didn't make it to the dance, or didn't make it to the win place or show this year. So guess what? You reload next year and see how they go. But next year, the school knows that's going to be put up or shut up at Prairie View. Meanwhile, Brian Miles, I think he's their leading rebounder this year, Hatter. He has put himself in the transfer portal. Brian Miles.
Yeah, from what school now?
He went to Madison, then
transferred to
Legacy at Prairie View.
Oh yeah, Brian. Okay, yeah, private. Okay, yeah. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, he's in the puddle. That's a big loss. That's a big loss now, because he's reliable.
He's pretty tough little player.
He's reliable. He's consistently reliable on the glass. So he's going. Where does he land up? We'll find. Time will tell. That doesn't mean. Remember, just because you're in the portal, don't mean necessarily that you're gone. That means that you have an intent. You have expressed an intent to leave. So that's it on that part of it.
But Jimmy, somebody was mentioning about how these coaches, man. Coach got fired before the tournament and won the tournament. Now you got to keep on coaching. I mean, man, what's wrong with these people out here, man? These are ADs, man.
Well, they're trying to make a lot of people see what the thing is, Adam. You have the transfer portal. The transfer portal season is among us right now. So the quicker you can make a move now, it used to be make the move before the live period. Well, the live period isn't until May. Yeah. But the transfer portal has replaced that early April live period. You got to get somebody in there so that you don't lose so much ground with potential transfers coming in. And because once you get a new coach in, he's going to want the quicker he can bring in his own guys. Or
Long Beach State. Like Long Beach State. That's who it was. Long Beach State coach. His name was Long Beach State, Dan Monson. He was fired on Monday, but allowed to keep coaching, and they won the tournament.
Yeah. Like Doug was telling
me. But Jimmy, what about Kevin Keith? They was gonna fire him, Jimmy. He was on the hot seat, the black coach from North Carolina State, as the week began, and he won 5 games in the ACC and won the whole thing. And guess what that did? Triggered him to get 2 more years and at least $7 million. They was gonna fire him, Jimmy.
Well, he good to go now.
Oh, he good to go. They still might fire him and buy him out, though. But college basketball is wild, man. The trend of firing coaches as they leave the floor, Jimmy. I know you going to talk. I said you always taking them people up for the people. It's totally disgusting to me. All coaches know if we don't win enough, this is coming, though. They do. But could they wait till at least after the press conference? That lady from Utah, man, that broke my heart. That lady came up there and they asked her a question about the teams next year, Jimmy. And she said, well, I don't know because I'm not going to be coaching it. I'm not going to be coaching the team next year. Jimmy, they fired the woman before she went to the press conference, man. No, man, that ain't fun. I'm finna play it for you. See, hold on. No, man, this ain't right.
To rebuild for next season? I'm not going to be rebuilding. I just coached my last game at Utah State. I spoke with Diana, and they're going in a different direction, and I respect her decision, and I hope they get a really good coach in. I'm assuming that's going to be the last question. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
All. Thank you, Coach.
Jimmy, why are you laughing, man?
He left that paper on the table. He don't coach that team no more. Leave that paper on the table.
That was just a stat sheet, man. That's a stat sheet.
You don't need that no more. You don't need that no more.
Jimmy, they gonna ask her what you think about. She said, man, I got fired just a minute ago, man. What the hell? Jimmy, they didn't have that woman shouldn't have came to that damn press conference, man. They doing too much. They doing too much, man. These ADs, man. They doing too much, man. Somebody need to fire their ass. But let's get out of here, man. I gotta go.
Hey, you know what I watched this morning? Shout out to Melvin to Rod Wells.
Mm-hmm.
Like he might be on the true cruise, I think. That's why we ain't saw Rod Wells. The Major League Baseball started this morning.
Opening day is today.
For 2 teams because the Dodgers and the Padres, your Padres,
Jimmy.
They choked.
I like Fernando Tatis. I didn't say nothing about the team.
Yeah, but
you trying to give me the team just like him. What'd he do?
They were winning 2-1 in the 8th inning. The game came on at 5 o'clock this morning, so I had the TV. The TV was on.
Oh.
And I heard baseball while I'm sleeping. I'm
they
like,
must
wait
be
a minute.
Overseas. Where they at?
They're in Korea.
Okay.
In Korea. Okay. So the Dodgers and the Padres actually played their first game this morning, 5 a.m. Houston time, but it was prime time over in Korea. A packed house in that dome. Dodgers, they were down 2-1 in the 8th inning and scored like 4 runs to win that game today. Hey man, crazy. They're gonna show the highlights probably on the news. The dude hit a double play ball that could have ended the inning and preserved it. It probably been tied up. The ball went right through the web of the first baseman's glove for the Padre. The ball went right through the web. It hit it so hard, it tore the web and went straight onto the outfield. It's like it went right through it. So that was the thing. Mookie did good. Ohtani did well today. Both of those guys had multi-hit games in their opener. It is baseball season, so that's wanted to get that in there. And NBA action, Houston Rockets have won 6 in a row. They're sniffing on that 10th spot. They are right there waiting on Golden State or the Lakers. Let me see what those standings at. What those standings as we get ready to get up out of here. Houston is 33 and 35. There are 2.5 games behind Golden State, 3.5 behind the Lakers. And man, the Phoenix Suns are in the 8th seed. Dude, that 7 through 10 was predicted by some to be 2 of the 4 of the top 5. Dude, you have Dallas Mavericks at 7, Phoenix at 8, Lakers at 9, Golden State at 10. Somebody is going to be in big trouble if they don't make that playoffs. 2 of those teams won't make it. 2 of them won't make it. We'll see how this goes. But anyway, I want to get that in there.
Jim, guarantee.
I'm guarantee we forget up out of there. We're going to slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing. Make sure if you just tune in, make sure you share the show on your way out the door. Go over to rcssports.com. Check out the list of the transfer portal players from the area right on the front page. All you have to do is make sure you follow. You have to click the button to make sure you follow us on social media in order to be able to view the list. That's it for right now. Meanwhile, we got high school coaching news. That'll be the carousel is starting to churn around the high school ranks. I will update that shortly in the VIP news, and you guys can get some tasty coaching news. Guess who just got hired at a gig that's gonna blow you away? And guess we might be losing a star player from around the area for next season. That's your teaser of the day. Go over to the VIP news in about 30 minutes, and we had it on there.
Also, 30 minutes, we'll be able to see.
Yeah. So we go.
I already know it, but 30 minutes, I'm going to go over there.
You know?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. There you
9
go.
out of 10.
9 out of 10? Gone like a turkey.
Do the code. All right, boy. I'm out of here, y'all, because I got to be quiet because some people that walked in. I'll see y'all later. Look at me. I got my mink stole on.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.